belly. And just for a moment, close your eyes and notice your breath. Just observe it, not trying to change it in any way. Just notice it as it enters your nose, hits your throat, opens up your lungs, and let your belly rise. We spend all day tucking in our bellies, especially us ladies. Let your belly out, inflate like a balloon, and then watch it as you exhale. Draw your belly in, out of your chest, to your throat and your nose. And just do that just 5 times gently, following your breath until the very end, holding it just a moment, and exhaling it, letting it go. Doing
Well,
that just 5 times.
I just did that, Marley, and I can feel the difference.
just for a
That's
moment.
wonderful.
I mean, I'm really, really, truly, and the more that we practice it, it's just a moment, and we think that we don't have time. But whenever we feel really stressed, if we're sitting at our desk or driving or standing in public, annoyed, whatever it is, and just for a moment, focus on your breath and watch it as it comes in and out, and it's gentle and it's kind. You'll connect with your heartbeat. You'll connect with your breath. And again, the more that you practice it, the easier it'll be to just kind of live in that ebb and flow of your breath and that peace that comes with it. There's a little space in between the inhale and the exhale. And in that space is where we really are able to observe our mind, and that we're not our thoughts, and we're not our situations, and we're not our experiences or our challenges. You're not even your body. You're simply your breath experiencing. You're the spirit experiencing what it is to be a human being and live in this world, not the other way around. So it just takes a little bit of practice to connect with your breath. And once you do, you could really bring that peace into any situation, into any moment in your life that you really need it, which is all the time.
So what is it that you're currently working on? I mean, what are you most excited about right at this moment?
Right at this moment, I'm super excited to be chatting with you and everybody that's listening. But what I'm working on right now, we just got through our 5K Parkfest, which was absolutely incredible. United over 1,000 people, and we were able to benefit 66 nonprofit organizations and schools in the South Florida community. So what I'm most excited about right now is really sending out all these checks to the nonprofits and encouraging them to participate next year. We already have our date, October 1st, 2016. It'll be at historic Virginia Key Beach Park in South Florida. And really the vision for this event is to replicate it nationwide, to offer a fundraising and awareness platform for all nonprofits and schools and charitable organizations nationwide. So right now what I'm most excited about is really just taking the next step to continue growing our mission, our event. Right now over the holidays, we're focused on our awesome toy drive, which this is the 5th year, where we collect toys and gift cards and kindness cards for Miami-Dade County foster and adoptive kids and underprivileged kids in our community. This started off as, somebody wanting to park and collect a couple toys for kids, and it's grown into a really wonderful, beautiful effort where everybody, is able to take part in the project and give whatever they can give.
Well, where did you come up with kindness as your life's mission? I mean, and your message to share. Where did that come from?
My middle name, I'm Cuban, Cuban descent, my parents, and my full name is actually Marlene de la Caridad Quincoces. Now I'm married, so I got to legally change my name to Marley Q Casanova, which is a lot easier and to remember and say. But de la Caridad, which is my middle name, literally means of charity. They say your name is your virtue. I was born on September 8th, which in Cuba is the day of the patron saint of Cuba, which is Our Lady of Charity, which is why my parents gave me this name. And before I even knew Caridad meant charity, I was already, in service of others. And I think where it clicked for me, and really you only notice these things when you look back on your life and reflect, but it really goes back to that 4th grade teacher that I mentioned a little earlier. And I was crying one day in class. I wasn't able to go on a field trip, to a park cleanup. I didn't have enough money. And she took me outside and said, Marley, don't worry about you not having any money to go on this trip. You're kind every single day. I notice how you're kind to so and so. And that is the key to making a difference in the world. And, maybe I didn't recognize it at that moment as a life-changing conversation. But when I really look back, I credit that teacher a lot for acknowledging my heart, acknowledging kindness as a powerful as a powerful action to take on a daily basis, and having that be enough. So when I look back and think about why did I choose kindness as my message, I feel like it's always been the message. Kindness is love expressed in its simplest form. And I'm just really passionate about the fact that everybody can understand kindness, no matter your age, your capabilities, disabilities, your resources. Everybody understands kindness and can do it. So when I came up with that message, Park, it wasn't for people to agree with me or agree with a philosophy. It was more to inspire people to take the action, to be the spark and park every day.
That's interesting, and you certainly do create that. Well, I want to make sure that everybody knows how to reach you, because if there are people who would like to expand this park fest, I want them to be able to know how to reach you. And there may be people listening to this who would love to engage you to help them with their events. So where would they be able to reach you?
Thank you. Well, me directly, I'm pretty accessible all over social media. If you look up Marley Q, MarlyQ, that's my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter. Certainly, the social means I'm reachable. Our website is www.5kparkfest.org. And it has a little video on the homepage that explains the event. We'll be updating it soon with next year's date. And emailing me directly, q@marleyq.com is how everybody can reach me.
Well, that sounds great. So if you were going to give our listeners one last piece of advice, what would it be?
I spend a lot of time spreading kindness and inspiring people to be kind to others. And I think that if I can leave your listeners with a very big life lesson that I learned, and actually thanks to yoga, I learned that it's equally, if not more important, to perform an act of random kindness for yourself every day until you can look at yourself in the mirror with kindness in your eyes, kindness in your smile, kindness in your voice, in your mind, in your thoughts towards yourself. That's really where you start to open up this beautiful, abundant well of kindness for others. I've always been very good at being kind to others. That was easy. It wasn't until I realized that I didn't really know how to receive kindness that well that my life started to open up and change. So if I could leave your listeners with one little piece of advice, it really is to live the cause and be kind to yourself, and find the opportunity to be the spark and perform an act of random kindness for other people on a daily basis. It'll enrich your life in ways that I can't even start to express.
So that really is great advice, and I want to just send a shout out to your fourth grade teacher. I think people don't
Yes.
give teachers enough credit for how the influence they have on young people and their futures. And I
Yes.
remember my mom. My mom said, "Gail, if you cannot look in the mirror and say I like you, you're never going to be able to like or love anybody else." And that was such a learning experience for me, because when you go through school, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth grade, there's all kinds of
Mm-hmm.
teasing and taunting and this and that. And I have to say, I can honestly look in the mirror and say, I like who you are and how you treat people and what you do. And that's very, very important. So that's a key. So
And that's
they
why you're
just
making
have
a
to,
difference around the world. That's why you're making a difference.
so they just have to do q@marleyq.com.
Correct?
Wow, that's easy.
Easy
Okay,
enough.
so Yeah, just the letter Q at Marley, MARLYQ.com. It's a way to get in touch with her. She'll be glad to share all her knowledge or information, and probably will be able to help you with an event as well. Thank you so much for being with us today, Marley Q.
Thank you
We
so much.
enjoyed it, and hopefully there will be a lot of people calling you.
Beautiful. Have a wonderful day. It was my pleasure. Thank you.